Tag Show.
With Jenna and Blue.
Damn. Now, here's your host,
Jenna and Blue Magic.
Yeah. Yep. What is good? What is going on in the hood? Talk to me.
What's good?
You're listening and watching the Mixed Tag Show with
Jenna
and
Blue.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
In pain.
Why are you in pain?
Because I have a cramp in my right hand.
Why do you have a cramp in your right hand?
Because I was play fighting.
With who?
Why you always ask my business?
Oh, I thought this was like with a child or something. But
No.
Well, you put your business out there, so.
No, I said I was play fighting. You need to ask with who. The who doesn't matter.
Well, look, that person injured you, so is that person really good?
So how was your week? How was your WrestleMania weekend?
Well, it was kind of a week because it started on Wednesday, TBH.
Yeah.
You didn't sound interested, though. I need you to be a little bit more lively.
Yo,
we had a great week.
I'm sorry. I'm in pain
When
right
I'm
now.
sick or whatever, I'm pissed with you. My energy is up there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
I'm the star of the show.
How was your week?
Well, you're not going to talk to me that way.
We got a lot to get through.
That's true. We have about
a lot to get through.
My week was fantastic. WrestleMania week is officially over. You can't do that.
I'm sorry.
WrestleMania week was fantastic. Shout out to my throuple, Astro and and Tatiana. We were like, a crew, and shout out to Jaquan and Kev and everybody. Shout out to Tatiana. She's here, by the way, as well.
Yeah, she's chilling in the background.
In the background, making faces and what have you. But yeah, did the little meet and greets. Saw our favorite again 2 times in a row.
Sounds fun.
Huh?
So it sounds fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And you, sir?
Same thing. No, I didn't
no,
do.
You didn't.
I didn't
you
do.
Didn't make me,
Can you let me? Can you let me finish talking?
Wow.
I enjoyed the WrestleMania week as well. I didn't do meet and greets or actors or none of that stuff. But I did enjoy Wrestlemania that we covered the red carpet for.
You was sure up there. You left me.
No, I didn't leave you. You left. You was in front of me and you dipped and then you went somewhere.
I didn't dip.
I didn't know where you went.
I turned this way. Next thing I know, Blue's on stage with everybody. I was like, oh.
Definitely not. That's not how it happened. Either way, you dipped somewhere and I'm like,
Shout out to Janelle. I was on the Big Four, by the way. She pointed that out to me while we were in the thing.
Oh, that was me upstage?
Yeah, she was like, is that?
I texted you back. I told
no,
you
you
I was
didn't.
at.
It was mad late. But yeah.
But so did that, and then I ended up doing WrestleMania. That's basically all I did. Watch Wrestle G1 on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Did you watch that by any chance?
I wanted to, but I actually wanted to go to that, but my friends are marks, and they like to
attend WWE events.
Well, not only that, meet and greets. There was only one person I wanted to see, and I saw that person, so it was fine. But also, speaking of which, shout out to the WWE shop. We had so much fun recording the skits for them. It was our Road to WrestleMania campaign. We used a couple of people in the skits that turned out fantastic.
Yeah, it definitely was a dope week. I had fun shooting all of that. And, Blue Dream lives on.
Get out of here. You know what my favorite skit was, right?
The Brock and Seth?
Yeah, because this one over here. I'm standing here. How is it going to say it? Go ahead, do it.
Hey, I'm standing here, pal.
But, like you said, shout out to the WWE shop. I got this cool WrestleMania hoodie. You got the WrestleMania jersey going on. Make sure you click on our bios.
It's customized, though. Wait, say it. Go ahead. Click on our bios. No. Click on our bio.
Let me hit it out.
Okay, sorry.
Click on our bios at the link tree. You can hit us up at the Mixed Tag Show or at our personal app, Blue Magic Grind, Spit High Sound, or at Miss Jenna, baby, as she has in the back on her jersey.
Can you see it?
Not really, because your hair's in the way.
Well, not you.
Not really, because your hair's in the way.
Can you see?
Like, the hair's in the way. Anyway.
At Miss Jenna, baby. VAYBEE.
Yeah. And also, shout out to Collar and Elbow. Make sure you click over there as well. And use our code TMTS. Let's jump over.
Wait, hold on. When wrestling...
My hand is not.
Wow.
Yeah.
When wrestlers are in pain, the show must go on.
And we'll continue with the show. NXT TakeOver New York. What was some of your favorite moments of that?
So we try to go to Takeover, but prices just out here in New York is just ridiculous. Although I love being from here, it needs to not come here for a while. So we didn't actually get the chance to go to Takeover. But I did wind up watching it. And the matches that I really enjoyed was the tag team match with War Raiders and Alistair and Ricochet. I thought that was really, really good. It was just intense. You know, there wasn't any really slow spots. Yeah, that was pretty much the match for me for the show.
It was a great night overall, as we all expected.
Fantastic pay-per-view.
Everybody expected. I can't really pick one. Like you said, the tag team match was good. Everything was good on the card for me, to be honest with you. So I can't just pick one. I think Velveteen and Riddle stood out to me because that was my first favorite Riddle match of NXT.
That's true. But look who he was partnering with, right?
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I think that really stood out to me.
I will say with that match though, it started off slow.
It did.
Because I was like, this match is, but when the close count outs and what have you, that it started to intensify. Walter and Dunn was good. The fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship match was the only mate. If I had to pick something that wasn't, captivating to me, I guess, would be that. Only because Shayna has done everything she's could on the main roster. NXT, not on the main roster. With that said, she needs to be on the main roster, so I'm not too sure why she got the belt or retained.
Well, I mean, I guess because they made some other call-ups and I guess we can talk about that in Hot Topics of the alleged call-ups. But, yeah.
Did you add stuff?
No, I can't type. I can't do that. But yeah, Shayna, I get it. She's done everything. But this time, there's nobody really to pass the torch to right now.
I mean, Bianca.
Nah, she's not ready. I'm sorry. I love Bianca.
And I said again, shout out to the Jobbers Here podcast. And we were on the Big Four. I love Bianca, and I would love to see her with the title, but I can see why people might say
not yet.
She may not, but she has all the potential in the world.
Yeah, she has all the
talent. Maybe they need to put her more on NXT, on takeovers
right.
and more tapings where she is in the spotlight more to handle that.
Right, those moments.
Exactly. How did you rate Takeover? I
gave it an A+. There's no down moments for me. I enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Yeah, I gave it an A+, and the viewers gave it A+. Oh, by the way, sorry we didn't do the fantasy update.
We warned y'all guys.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any points.
Head over to Wrestlemania 35.
Wrestlemania!
What were some of your key points from Wrestlemania?
Wrestlemania 35 at MetLife Stadium, the grandest stage of them all.
Really? That's what you want to do?
Yeah, let's get some emotion. It was, come on. So we're gonna run through the card real quick.
We can.
All right, Cruiserweight Championship.
I was outside.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to see that, but Tony Nese defeats Buddy Murphy, the hometown kid. Women's Battle Royal. Carmella defeated Sarah Logan. I didn't like how Ember Moon was just there. Did you see this?
I didn't get. I was walking to my seat.
Okay, so yeah, Ember Moon was back.
Yeah, I seen her when she was cheering for Kofi. I'm like, wait, Ember Moon is back?
She was in the Battle Royal. Was like there was no and Ember Moon. It was just there she was, which is stupid. But
she returned. She should probably came out last or something.
But I guess the quote unquote the stars of this Battle Royal was Naomi and Asuka, so they're the ones that got the entrances.
Okay.
But yeah, Carmella won. So you know how I feel about Battle Royals.
She should be a number one contender.
What I think they should do, because I feel like with Battle Royals, because then what's the whole point of Royal Rumble? What I think they should do is she has a legitimate spot in, let's say, Money in the Bank.
Right.
You know how they have to fight to get a spot.
Yeah, she got to earn a spot.
Yeah, but
something small.
But of course, that's never the case with these Battle Royals. What did you think about the Raw Tag Team Championship?
I mean, everybody saw it coming. It seems like every time Zack Ryder gets thrown to a match in WrestleMania, he wins.
Yeah.
So, and it was a perfect time for Kurt Hawkins to stop his losing streak. So I kind of seen it coming. Just sucks for the Revival, of course.
Top guys. Shout out to the Revival. They loved me and Astro's shirt that we... Did you see the shirt?
Yeah, I did.
That we gave to Sasha and Bailey. But no, besides that, Yeah, like I don't know with the revival, like you made them happy, quote unquote, and gave them the tag team titles, but then they're losing every week to Ricochet and Aleister. Like they really didn't have any momentum
At all.
for the crowd to, like on live shows they kill it.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, okay, we're not gonna really put anything behind you, and then there was no momentum or any mention that this was the match that was gonna happen at WrestleMania. So it just kind of sucks that you're still treating like you're one of your better tag teams like this. And then like, and what happens? Like whoever takes the title off of Zach and Kurt, how is that going to be like triumphant? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought they was going to get it back the next night, how they always do Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. I think everyone thought that, yeah.
And just the swerve was like, okay. So it's interesting to see where they're going with that.
So Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Braun Strowman wins. What did you think?
Nah, that was a waste of time.
So we go on to the main card with the Pyro.
Yeah, Pyro back.
Okay.
Pyro back.
Pyro back for one night only. What did you think about the Universal Championship?
It was a good curveball. Nobody seen it coming.
You know, it changed at the last minute. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I heard. So it was a good curveball. And then, two, Seth gets his moment. Kick off on a good vibes for everybody. Everybody wanted Seth to win for the most part. I didn't, but, you know.
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
So, yeah, it was a good kickoff to WrestleMania. What do you think?
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
I said I didn't, but whatever.
Anyway, finally, the beast is dead. We finally have a fighting champion in Seth Rollins. Like you said, everybody wanted that. We all popped, right? So, yes, it was a feel-good moment. I liked the match. A lot of people thought it was so quick, but I thought it worked.
It worked.
So, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. AJ defeated Orton. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way Smackdown Tag Team Championship with the Usos, The Bar, Shinsuke, and Rusev, and Aleister and Ricochet. What'd you think?
It was a decent match. You know, all four of them have great chemistry, had great spots throughout the entire match. I just don't like these random four-ways, but I guess they had to do it because, you know, they forgot all about the Usos leading up to WrestleMania.
Yeah, but my thing is for that match, like this is like the theme throughout the show. Like you jam-packed, like you put 10,000 matches on the card that didn't need to happen, and this wound up being a quick match. It was a good, fast-paced match, but it was quick.
In and out.
Yeah, right? So, but shout out to the Usos because they finally got their, not only on the main card, but finally got their win at WrestleMania, so.
This false count anywhere with Shane McMahon and The Miz was pretty interesting. Like, it went better than I expected it would go. Mm-hmm. They did some dope spots. They didn't do the same spots as they usually do with Shane, which was pretty good.
I mean, but there were spots, though.
I mean, but it's not the same.
Especially the ending.
Yeah, but it's not the same, like, in terms of, like, from coast to coast or from outside through the table. And they didn't, because it's been like that from the last couple of matches that he's been in. Yeah,
I think it's more so because he's a heel now, so he kind of has to use heel tactics.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. That the ending was crazy. I got it on. I wanted to send it to you, but you know, you take 20 years to like.
I got it. I posted it. Did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
All right, whatever. The Women's Tag Team Championship match: the Iconics versus Nia Jax, Tamina versus Natalya, Beth Phoenix, and Boston Hug, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. The Iconics. Iconic.
You can't do the other hand.
Iconic. They won. What'd you think?
Everybody knew they was gonna win. Like
everyone thought that. Everyone didn't think that. Did you think that?
I called it. I'm like, yeah. I
thought Sasha and Bayley would retain.
I thought the Iconics would have won that. I said that to G, and it happened because Fatal 4-Ways is the easiest way to lose titles. Like,
I mean, the Usos won.
I know, but the Usos and the U.S. title is the only titles that retain that night.
Well, first of all, the reason why I thought Sasha and Bayley were going to actually retain was just for the simple fact that they were going to NXT, and I thought that was the team that they were going to use to help push it on all brands, not necessarily the Iconics. I like the Iconics, and I'm one of the many people that thinks they deserve better in regards to like the past year they've been booked, but I felt like, damn, Sasha's 0-4 at WrestleMania. She's the only 4 horsewoman that hasn't had her moment. 2, Sasha and Bayley were the ones that every week was going at Vince McMahon for these tag team titles.
Right.
So that's how you do them. They only had the titles for like a little over 50 days.
Yeah.
Just to lose like that.
Like 2 months and some change.
Yeah. So. If that. Not even 2 months. It was like a little bit of like 50 days. So it's like, Like, when is enough? But shout out to the Iconics. Hopefully they can do something with these titles.
Right.
Why did you say it like that?
Nah. WWE Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, come on, man, get some excitement.
Kofi Kingston finally broke the lineage of the WWE title and defeated Daniel Bryan to be young WWE champion. First African-American full-blood to win the championship in 67 years.
Kofi, shout out to you, my man.
Yeah, definitely.
You did it for the culture.
And you can tell, like,
people.
From even when he came to Wrestlemania, it was just like, it just transformed everything that was going on right then and there. So, like, New Day hit the stage.
This is why this should have...
speech and, like...
Yeah, this should have been the main event.
It should have.
It was a really feel good...
Because honestly, after that happened, everybody was just like, okay...
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a feel good moment, like you said, from Wrestlemania to just for the past few weeks, just people just rallying behind Kofi, and like you said, we've been saying the past couple of weeks, people just been into this feud, and the way everyone popped, and like you see, just all across like different bars and stuff, how the way people just got excited.
Yeah, Shad and MVP started shedding tears.
It was definitely an emotional moment, like. We can look back and say, damn, I experienced Kofi Kingston won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Not on some random Raw, but at WrestleMania. Definitely a feel-good moment.
Definitely.
Did you tear up?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
And then the person we was with was like, is it really true that it's been 67 years? I'm like, yeah.
What do you mean the person you were with?
The person that took us to WrestleMania.
I thought you took G to WrestleMania.
Oh, no, but the person that gave us the tickets.
Huh?
Person that gave us the tickets sat with us, and he asked, has it really been 67 years? I don't want to say names.
Why?
Because I don't want to put the person out there.
Well, shout out to him, though.
Yeah. So
okay.
He's like, that's crazy.
Oh, he didn't know that?
No, he didn't know that. He's like, that's crazy.
Aw.
So.
Alrighty.
United States Championship, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe. Joe defeats Rey Mysterio in like 5 minutes.
Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Roman Reigns defeated Drew. Dr. Thugonomics.
Yeah, I popped for this one.
Where like,
I popped for this one.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah.
That was definitely fire. Yeah, I mean, it's not really much to say. It was very unexpected because, you know, you kind of have ideas of what may potentially happen.
But,
and the Undertaker didn't show up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
No holds barred, Triple H versus Batista. Triple H wins. I actually liked this match. It was... This was my bathroom break. Was it?
Yeah.
Nah, I watched this one. I actually enjoyed it. It had good spots. They didn't try to overdo anything.
I think they did overdo it.
Probably in length, but like in terms of like the way it ended, like the way they structured the match, it made sense to me. I liked it.
I mean, I just felt like it was like two older men, like way past their prime, like going at it and like trying to be like really, really violent with each other. That's what it came off to me. And like you said, it probably went on longer than it needed to. The crowd wasn't into it. Like I said, after a while, it was my bathroom break.
Nah, the crowd was into it. Like when
they weren't.
When Triple H was pulling the nose ring, like
that part. But besides the whole match, we were not into it.
No, I'm not. Like this spots, like then there was spots we was into it. It's just like it's Batista's last match. Like let it rock. If you gotta let everything else rock on this card, that's the last thing to really look at.
But no one really knew that was Batista's last match until he said it afterwards. That he's
everybody knew that because he said before he retires, the last match he want to have is against Triple H.
But that wasn't clear, especially when they said he was looking to sign between WWE or AEW, so that wasn't a given.
Yeah, well, from one of his comments was that Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Corbin, of course, defeats Angle.
They did Kurt Angle so dirty with this.
What you mean about picking Corbin?
Yeah, just in general, the match was like it was a squash match. It wasn't even like. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I don't know. This whole thing, when they picked Baron Corbin from the start, it was just, we're sitting there like, all right, they got to be some kind of swerve. They're not going to do this to Kurt. And they did it to Kurt. But I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad he got to do his farewell tour. Not a lot of people get a chance to do that. So shout out to him. The Demon King, Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley for the IC title. That was like longer than it needed to be.
That man will be in makeup for like hours.
4 hours.
4 hours just to be in a like 5-minute match.
Yeah. But it's still okay. Triple threat ticket.
No, what?
It's just like, to me, the Balor, like everybody knew the Demon was gonna win. So why draw it out?
What do you mean? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of these matches, Like you have 1,000,001 matches in like legit, like 5-8 minutes.
Yeah, it was. It felt like they put too much on the card. Triple threat match, winner takes all. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, who was the SmackDown Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey, who was the Raw Women's Champion. And Becky Lynch defeated both of them. How'd you feel?
This was a very underwhelming main event.
Underwhelming?
Yeah, it was very underwhelming.
Okay, I agree.
I think you dropped your hat. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like this is the first ever women's pay-per-view, first ever women's main event at WrestleMania, right? You got to go hard, like from as soon as the bell rings to the end, go hard. And I don't think they did that. At least not enough to where, like, yo, next year we're gonna have another women's main event, or the next year, or 3-4 years from now, right? Like to make it the norm.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. This definitely shouldn't have went last. I mean, they tried their best in terms of changes and surprise finish and everything like that. But like I said, the moment that Kofi Kingston won, it kind of just like
yeah, but
for the building.
But and I don't use that as an excuse though, because we have plenty of WrestleManias like we always talk about 17, right, with The Rock and Stone Cold and everything like that, and you had the Hardys and everything. And for the TLC matches and whatever, and it's just jam packed, right? We found energy for that. You find energy for the main event, so I don't buy that excuse when you have Kofi and you Brian. Yeah, they killed it. Said we had energy for Seth and Brock, but yeah, because it's the first match, but still, you know what I mean. A good match is a good match.
No, again, what I'm saying is that it just shows that the placement of this match was wrong. I'm not saying that because they're in the main event that, because what happened with Kofi. No, Kofi should have just ended the night. And it felt that way throughout the rest of the time as it went on. So, yeah, the main event was happening and people were kind of into it. But, again, the main story that we all wanted to watch happened already. It's kind of like finding out the punchline before the story ends.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm disappointed in the sense of, like, we're counting on you, right, as women or people who are into women's wrestling to really knock it out of the park, and they didn't do that, in my opinion.
Right.
And then obviously you had the botched finish, right? So, but with that said, I am very happy that Becky retained. She won
both
titles. It's time to get Ronda out of there for a while and Charlotte out of the picture. So I'm happy with the result. The match was just underwhelming.
It was surprising to have all three wins that everybody wanted.
I know, man. I was like, listen, you get one.
The most you probably get is two. You're not getting all three.
Vince gave us all three. I don't know what he's on or whatever, but it was the right decision, right?
Right.
So
WrestleMania gave us a happy ending after all.
What did you think of WrestleMania?
I gave it a C+.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why?
Again, like a lot of it was rushed. Too many matches on the card, not giving you enough time to really get invested into a match. Too many squashes. It's just, I don't know. It wasn't like must-see matches that I wanted, like dream matches that I wanted to happen.
Yeah. It
was just, all right.
Well, I felt like I said the same thing, like, because on the drive home, I was like, no, this WrestleMania was trash. But a lot of people was like, oh, this is the best WrestleMania I've ever seen. And I'm like, really? But when you analyze the matches and you're like, this wasn't bad. This was a cool moment. I think a lot of people saying it's the best WrestleMania because we got the results we wanted. That's the only reason why. But the
product,
quality.
Yeah, the product is.
Yeah, I gave it a B- though.
Yeah, and the people gave it A-. Head over to your show.
Raw. So Raw started off with the new. You don't seem. You're not happy.
I like Brock with the title. Thank you.
That's the reason why the product sucks, because you like.
That's not the reason.
That's one of the many reasons why the product sucks, and you
delusional.
You delusional as hell if you don't think that.
We'll see what happens in the next couple of months with the Universal title on TV.
You just thought that was funny.
I did.
It wasn't funny at all.
So Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston.
He starts off Raw as the new Universal Champion. And Kofi came out and they decided to do a winner takes all main event, and the bar interfered. What did you think of that?
I didn't understand why the bar is interfering.
Well, a lot of teams I didn't, and I guess we'll talk about it throughout for each show. Like just superstars from Raw and SmackDown just going on to each other's show. I didn't get it.
I get it because they're trying to set up for the superstar shakeup, is give them reasons to mention it and like, oh, this is how it might look and this is how this might happen and blah 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 blah. But the bar interrupt that match for what? Like,
well, listen, I thought we were gonna get screwed. I really thought we were gonna get screwed. Like your man Kofi won the night before, and then again.
They was gonna do that.
I don't know.
They would have got a lot.
You never know.
They would have started a riot with that one.
You never listen. You never know.
We had. You want to talk about Lars Sullivan? Like,
well, he debuted. Like, it's someone that should have been on a while ago. Well, what did you think?
I mean, okay, he attacked Kurt Angle. I'm not big on Lars Sullivan, so.
Is it nothing for you?
No.
All right. Alexa Bliss is back. Your number one girl.
Yeah, right. You can try that again. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm glad she's. No, I'm not really glad she's back. That's saying so much. But I'm just mad at the outcome of she just pop up and then defeats Bayley.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. It's just like again.
She was gone for like how long? You should have ring rust. You should be catching L's right now.
Yeah, but you know when people leave, and I'm not defending it, but when a lot of times when superstar leaves or they come up, they have that like whole showcase of like winning and looking dominant, but at the expense of Bayley, that's not cool because we already saw what happened. Ultimately, that feud is kind of what messed Bayley up.
Exactly.
Like stunted her growth. So, but apparently that wasn't even supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be just Bayley because she targeted Sasha and Bayley
right
during her tweet.
Yeah.
So,
Lacey Evans reigns on Becky Lynch's parade. As Becky Lynch celebrates a historic win.
What did you think about Lacey coming and interfering? I mean, or interrupting?
I mean, I guess I could see the feud between the two because they're definitely in different spectrums. You know, Becky's calling herself the man. Lacey's like, what's wrong with being a woman? It's cool storyline-wise. I'm just not much of a Lacey Evans person.
I'm definitely on board for Lacey. I think her gimmick is fire. She's
hilarious.
Is fire,
but the way she carries it, she's not gonna.
She carries herself like a lady.
No, I'm talking about in the ring, like.
So traditional.
Okay.
Yeah. Her theme song is fire.
Okay.
Listen, you can't be biased to other people.
Nah. I'm just like a fan of her in the ring, so I feel like somebody else could have used that slot right now.
Like who?
Let's see. Nikki Cross is not doing anything. Ember Moon just came back.
Yeah, but Nikki Cross hasn't been doing anything, so it's just to bring her into there. Lacey Evans been coming out for weeks. They've been
doing nothing, just walking out.
Yeah, but you know who she is. When you hear that music, you know. Can you not?
I'm trying. I'm trying not to.
Because I will break your hand.
My hands.
All right.
I probably would do better.
Yeah, I thought it was dope, and I'm on board for Lacey. As long as they don't overdo it, I'm on board for it.
I think they're gonna overdo it. Sami Zayn returns.
Did you see Becky's tweet though?
What?
She was like, "Oh, something along the lines of this company likes women that look the same." Basically, she called her Charlotte number
like
2.
Certain type or something like that.
Has a certain type. Yeah.
Sami Zayn returns. How you feel about that?
Cool. I like his heel turn.
Yeah, I definitely like seeing him again.
He called out, internet trolls like yourself. So.
Oh, how am I internet troll?
Yeah, he's just a troll.
I'm barely on the internet. And then the Undertaker returns.
You want to have a little bit more energy, sir? It's WrestleMania week.
But why do you have Undertaker on Raw? I'm not getting.
I don't know, but when you're there, it's always still a nice sight to see. I don't know what was the purpose of it, but it was still a nice sight to see, especially when the music hit. The crowd pop.
Yeah, of course you pop because it's Undertaker. To me, this is probably the worst Raw after Mania.
Nah, it was decent. It was definitely decent.
You get no surprises. I didn't like that. They're trying to save it for next week. I get it, but
I mean, honestly, I prefer. I mean, I get it how Raw after Mania what it's supposed to be like that, but I thought it was cool. Like Smarks didn't bug out. You didn't have the beach balls that took away from you actually enjoying the product. You spent all that money to go watch it live, right? I liked it, but I gave it a B-.
I gave it a C+.
And the viewers also gave it a B-. All right, on to your show. You want to have a little bit more excitement for your show?
I didn't see the celebration because I was like in transitions, I guess you can say.
What does that mean?
I was on my way home. No, I wasn't on my way home. I was trying to watch Dwayne Wade's last game because that was his last game.
His last home game.
And that's one of my favorite players. Like, that's one of the people I modeled my game after. So I really want to try to watch that.
Your game?
Yeah, I play ball.
Since when?
I play ball.
Okay.
But so I couldn't find it because it wasn't on local channels, and I was like, all right, let me go see what Smackdown is looking like.
Yeah.
So I missed the celebration. How was it?
It was dope. I mean, like, everyone, we were all excited. It was a feel-good moment again. He had his family out there. Well, they had, for the time being.
Yeah.
You're right. But it was cool. It was definitely, again, it's like you're witnessing history.
Yeah, definitely. And I seen they had Drew McIntyre come out or something. No. Or they just announced it.
The Iconics celebrate their, I don't know why I said their iconic win, but their win, and they faced against jobbers.
I didn't like this.
Why?
This is again SmackDown after WrestleMania, and you have them defending the title against jobbers.
Yeah, I mean, but the Iconics are heels, right? So what are you gonna do? So you're gonna be like, yeah, we're dominant. Let's face some jobbers and squash them.
I would have preferred, somebody surprise them. Like, they're feeling high. Let's do an open challenge, and then somebody surprise them, and then you get disqualified on purpose. Like, you can still do a heel route with it and still give you something to look forward to.
Yeah, but the Iconics are trolls, right? Like, that's their MO. So you're going to troll, like, bringing out jobbers. I was okay with that. Like, again, like I said before, I'm okay with the Iconics being champions. I don't necessarily like how they won in regards to being the championship, but they deserve it. They're an legitimate tag team, right? So, and this is their persona, trolling and being heels. So I wonder who do you think Paige is gonna bring?
Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
You think so?
Yeah, this time like the Sky Pirates gonna come over. They need more tag teams to fill in.
Well, anybody from the UK? Why?
There's not really no tag team in the
division. You have Rhea Ripley and this girl she's been tagging with.
Who?
I forget her name, but this is who Sasha and Bayley were like when they were going to NXT. Yeah. It was them and then Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah and everything. So.
I don't know. I think it's Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. It's like because there's nothing else for them to do at NXT. They're not gonna really win the titles individually. So this is the time for them to package them together and put them as a tag team on the main roster.
What did you think about the Hardys defeating the Usos?
That was surprising. I didn't see that coming.
I mean, I knew they were gonna win just because I've been saying that they're gonna go to Raw.
Who?
The Usos.
The Usos.
The Usos have legit done everything that they can on SmackDown. They've been on there since 2016. It's been 3 years. It's time for them to go to Raw. So I definitely saw that coming. Like as soon as they came out, I knew what it was. So, but yeah, Lacey got your girl again. She got her revenge on Becky. So this is my only issue with this is the fact that she has 2 titles, right? So then she should have 2 competitors. Not, you know what I mean? Like, Lacey came out on Raw, cool. So, like, for example, someone like Nikki, you said, right? Nikki should have challenged her on SmackDown.
Right.
Especially play a heel or whatever, right? You need a heel character, so I just don't like...
Sanity was helping out Shane, so it fits in.
So it only makes sense, but, like... And we'll talk about this in Hot Topics, but I see what's actually happening with this title. How do you rate SmackDown?
You're like a B+.
Okay. I gave it a B+ too, and the viewers rated it
A-.
Hot Topics.
Hot Topics. Flamethrower. It's WrestleMania weekend.
All right, no worries.
Daisha Fulton, right?
Daisha Fuentes.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
Was released by the WWE and has been released since last Thursday.
You don't even know who Dasha is?
Yes, I do. She worked at NXT.
Well, she was on SmackDown. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so she got released. According to PW Insider, AJ Styles suffered a hip injury during his WrestleMania match against Randy Orton.
I didn't see that happen.
I didn't see it happen either, but I got distracted during that match because where I was sitting, like, I could see fine, but the people that sat, like...
Yeah, there's the yellow light.
Yeah, so, and I got distracted with all the chants, so, like, that took you out of the match.
It did.
But, yeah, apparently during Access, he got replaced by Kofi.
Yeah. And somebody saw him at the airport moving slow and, heading towards home.
Yeah, so we don't know the extent of that injury. Sasha Banks Sasha Banks.
Boss time.
You can use any.
Yo, it's my right hand. I can't.
Yeah, but the show must go on, my man. It's WrestleMania, post WrestleMania. Anyway, she cancels her Wendy Williams appearance due to personal reasons. We don't know what that is, but
it's not looking good.
I don't know.
I've heard there was some kind of situation backstage at WrestleMania between Sasha and Powers to Be.
Well, the funny thing is when I saw on Bailey's story, she posted a picture of them enjoying WrestleMania. So,
yeah,
we don't know what's true.
Yeah.
But with that said, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins opened up WrestleMania. Was a last-minute decision. Apparently, Orton and Styles was supposed to open. I think that was the right decision.
That was a good choice.
Yeah, especially if you would have used the same lighting for AJ and Randy. That would have been a good look, right?
Bad start to the night.
Exactly.
PW Insider reports that there are talks for Beth Phoenix to have more matches. I'm not mad at that. She looked pretty good, and she adds to the division.
She looks good, but it's just like, what are you doing with the women's division? Like, it's just, and especially, well, skipping to the next topic. According to Brad Shepard, a new women's title has been built. So either that means you're building a mid-card title, or you're going to unify the title, which is the stupidest thing ever.
They're going to unify the titles.
That's stupid.
It's like they do the tag team titles.
Yeah, that's gonna be really, really stupid, because it's already, more and more women are coming up, right, in the division, and you just like I said numerous of times, it's tunnel vision. You don't focus on anybody else but 2 or 3 people at a time.
Right.
So now what happens to the rest of the roster?
Yeah. According to Dave Meltzer, Ronda Rousey is suffering a broken hand, but her hand has been injured for a while. That match was just weird. I'm sorry. Like the finish, like it just wasn't. I don't know.
You a man of few words today, huh?
I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was just, the match happened, and the way she won, it was just like people didn't even. It wasn't even a pop. People just stood up and walked out.
Because and then we'll get into it. Because the next thing, multiple sources claim that WrestleMania event, the ending of it was botched, right?
Yeah, was
botched. So one source said that Becky was supposed to tap out Charlotte, and another source says that she was supposed to defeat Ronda, but with like roll up, right. But like it was botched, right? So you don't. It came out of nowhere, and like Ronda's shoulders were up, and apparently the referee got fined for that. So
I think they called it on the fly.
At WrestleMania, I doubt that.
Because I think
if we're talking about someone like Ronda Rousey who might not be as experienced as someone else, you're telling me they called all this?
No. I'm talking about the finish. I'm pretty. I have a feeling they told the ref to go count to 3.
No, they didn't. I highly doubt that. Especially again, the referee actually got fined. He actually got fined. Ronda's shoulders were up. And apparently there's been reports that she was legitimately mad because it made her look bad. So it was just a situation where it was sloppy and it got messed up. Right? And that's really what it comes down to. I doubt at WrestleMania, let's call it on the fly.
You forgot who Vince is.
I understand, but for this, I don't think that was called on the fly. Especially
I'm not on the fly. I'm talking about the way the match ended.
Correct, but I'm telling you though, in regards, the referee got fined for that. Like that, and it's not even kayfabe. He got fined for it. So I doubt how you gonna tell someone, well, yeah, call it on the fly, but we're still gonna fine you.
To cover your butt, like to cover your tracks, it's gonna happen. You act like that can't happen. Like, oh, we're gonna make an announcement that we're fining this guy.
Nah,
but
I doubt that. Anyway, discussion of the night. Who would you like to see get called up or drafted next week during the Superstar Shakeup at Montreal?
Nobody, to be honest with you. But if they're gonna do anything, I think Io Shirai and Kairi Sane is good to head up there. There's talks that is actually gonna be Kairi Sane and Candice LeRae that's getting called up. So
I don't think Candice LeRae is ready for that.
But that's what they're saying that she.
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't think she's ready.
So I think that's what they're trying to go with Paige, bringing these two to wrestle, which would make no sense because Kairi Sane has a tag team partner already. Mm-hmm. So call up her tag team partner. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
What about Shayna? You don't think Shayna should get called up, even though I know she's the NXT Women's Champion. But
I mean, yeah, she could pull a little double duty in the meantime, because again, she's been dominant, and if you're gonna look at somebody at NXT, you're gonna want to pick the dominant people, right? So that would make sense for them to pick Shayna. For Monday night, I thought Undisputed Era was gonna attack Kofi and Seth.
I would like to see them get called up.
That'd have been a perfect moment for them to show up and close out the night.
Yeah, because it's time for them, I think, to move up.
Yeah, there's nothing else for them to do down there. Like they've won the North American Championship. They're not gonna not everybody can win the NXT title.
Yeah.
So they won the tag team title. So bring them up and let's have them do some stuff, because Raw needs that. Not Raw, but both shows need something.
Well, who do you think is gonna go over to one show to the other in regards to the main roster?
I think you're right. I think AJ's going to Raw.
What do you mean you think I'm right? Right about what?
About the Usos going to Raw.
Yeah. AJ's definitely going
AJ's
to
going
Raw.
to Raw because it's time for him to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is his last hurrah, I guess you could say, his. So yeah, I think AJ's going. Who do you think's going to go over?
Well, like I said, the Usos are going over to Raw, and that'd be dope seeing them in the Revival. Like, we really get some tag team matches.
Right.
That'd be dope. I noticed on the WWE shop that they posted Finn's new shirt, which is blue.
Yeah.
He never, he'll wear blue gear and stuff like that, but he's never actually had a blue shirt. So that would tell me he's going over to SmackDown. So that means Joe and him will probably get swapped. I would like to see Roman on SmackDown. Remove him from Seth. Let Seth do his thing as a Universal Championship, and maybe eventually have Roman go for the WWE Championship. Maybe not currently, but in the few.
Yeah.
I like to see Sasha and Bayley go over to SmackDown, and
I definitely think Sasha's definitely going to SmackDown.
Not Bayley.
Nah, I don't think so. I think this is where they're gonna split them up for a bit. They've been together since they've been called up. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good time.
Then we don't get the feud that we want.
Well, they'll come back to eventually, and superstar shakeups happen. Give it a year break. It needs to breathe, because what they did last year was not it.
That's true.
Let it breathe.
I just feel the only reason why I would see Bayley come over is just for the simple fact of, we always mention, right? Boston Hug is cute.
Right.
Right? But Sasha loses herself when it comes into, she's not the legit boss anymore.
Right.
Whereas Bayley kind of gets that rub being partnered up with her, right? So I just feel like if you move her on to Raw and if you move Sasha to SmackDown and you leave Bayley on Raw, it's kind of like she has nothing. She got
to figure it out. She has to figure it out. You can't be just like Becky figured it out. She got to figure it out.
That's true.
I also don't see Finn moving, because I think this is their opportunity to put AJ Finn timelines into motion.
No, I think
because AJ teased it on his Instagram, posted a picture of him and Finn.
Yeah, I think with Finn, he's done what he could on.
He has won the Universal title back.
And he's not gonna get it anytime soon. So I think his best is to move him on SmackDown. I think it'd be a good look for him. The Hardys and the New Day, I think, will probably stay on SmackDown. Naomi will probably go over to Raw.
Yeah.
Because her husband. I think Alistair is going to stay on SmackDown. And Zelina and Andrade will stay there, too.
You think Ricochet going to go to
Probably to Raw, yeah. So I can see those moves happening. Sammy maybe stay on with Raw.
Yeah. No, I think he go to SmackDown. You got to separate him from Kevin Owens.
Or isn't KO on SmackDown?
You're right. My mistake.
So Sammy is going to be on Raw, and so Elias should probably go to SmackDown, because he damn sure ain't doing nothing on Raw. I like to see those. It'll be a fresh start for him on SmackDown.
Who would you like to see called up from NXT?
Undisputed and Shayna. To be honest with you, I'm not so sold on Kyrie and Io.
Okay. They did some great tag team stuff.
No, they're great, but I don't think they've gotten enough
experience.
Yeah, Kyrie was the NXT champion, women's champion, but I just feel like, especially if you're going to pair them as a tag team, I still think they need that kind of
I think that's why they have Paige there. I think Paige is going to be their mouthpiece and going to be that, because she needs to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like she's gonna.
What about the Riot Squad and Mandy and Sonya? Like, what are they doing? Like, all them, Sonya and Mandy and the Iconics. Those are legitimate teams that need to be in the
mix
for a tag team championship. So, I can see Nia probably going to SmackDown.
Yeah, it's time for her to make a move.
Yeah, or maybe they're trying
to pack up SmackDown for Fox. So you can see Roman, you can see Nia, you can see
maybe Brock, Ronda when she comes back. So you can see a lot of that happening.
How you feel about Sheena? How did you feel about her match on Friday? Dang.
Didn't we talk about that?
No, but I'm saying how I'm a big Sheena girl. So.
Well, I told you what it was. Like, that was the only match that I felt that was like, it was good, but it wasn't maybe like the result I didn't care for because, like I said,
you didn't expect her. You didn't want her to win again.
She's done everything she's could on NXT, but she's like I said this to myself when I was watching it. Like, I literally watched it today, and I was like, you know what? Shayna has done a hell of a job of just getting herself to from when she started in the Mae Young Classic.
I hated her.
And just being really green and just now she's a dominant heel and just she looks really, really strong. And it's like who's gonna be able to take her down? That is someone that when you like a legitimate heel.
Ronda should have hung out with her.
Listen, I always say that Ronda. Whoever listens and watches the show, I always say Ronda should have been in NXT. I don't care what type of star power you have. You should have went to NXT, even if it was like for a couple of months,
right?
Because it would have done wonders for her.
Yeah,
But yeah, Shayna, I like to see her get called up. She's done everything. It's kind of like Asuka, right? Like Morrow said that during Takeover, he was like, she's showing that she's one of the most dominant women's champions that NXT has seen, right?
Right.
And she has. So she's done everything she's could on NXT. It's time for her to go on the main roster. TBH.
Any final thoughts on this WrestleMania?
Well, I mean, I feel like you had something to say in regards to that. So
no.
You just wanted to hear what I had to say.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between me and you. I don't hate. Like
I hate it either. I give props.
I can give props.
I've given props.
For you like, I don't know. I can't say this.
I've given props.
God forbid I give Lacey Evans or someone or
That's
Bliss
different.
props.
Lacey, again. What she did at the Royal Rumble I'm not a fan of. Bliss, she's overhyped. I deal with people on Facebook all day dealing about her, so that's a whole nother situation. Yeah, I'm just over them. Like Becky said,
yeah,
company have a type.
That's listen. I hope that we got a black champion. Hopefully, we can see some more diversity in the women's division, right?
Yeah. Speaking of, we forgot to mention Kushida signed with NXT.
Yes, he did, and also the Usos re-signed with WWE. Mark 5 years. Yep. Yep.
Also,
swore up and down they were leaving, huh?
They had to, son.
Yeah.
Who else? There's something else. Oh, I don't know if it's official yet, but Shane Strickland's coming to NXT, so.
That's been mentioned a while ago, but yeah.
I guess they're still working out the kinks of paperwork, but it seems like he just finished up his last, indie dates.
Nice.
So.
Any final thoughts in regards to WrestleMania? I ultimately I enjoyed it. It's when you're hanging out with your friends, enjoying your passion, which is wrestling, and then we got to do all the stuff we did with the WWE shop. It's tiring, but it's I would do it all over again, and that's the plan to do it next year at Tampa, somewhere hotter, and probably less cheaper. Does that make sense? No. I don't need you to intervene. It'll be cheaper, heading out there as opposed to being out here because,
Yeah, they're trying to get you every time.
That's just crazy though. Like, it was crazy when we went to Mania, like how everyone was like last minute trying to get tickets and they just wouldn't go down. Like literally all like my friends, I saw them scattered here. Someone got scammed. Someone, on Ticketmaster, not Ticketmaster, Vivid and StubHub and TickPick. And then the box office line was like out the door. And then, even after WrestleMania, how people couldn't get home. Yeah. And I said that after 29, I was like, I'm not taking New Jersey Transit.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, I was like, okay, I'm driving there. They'd be like, why don't you catch a train or Uber? I'm like, no. I know the headache that's gonna be. I'm good with driving.
And it's like even bigger than it was a few years
Right.
ago. So it's like people were getting home apparently at 4 or 5 o'clock in the rain because I drove home.
Yeah.
Whatever, and it was pouring.
Definitely.
So. But ultimately, I had fun. We say what we say about WWE, and we wish things are different, but it's our holiday season, kind of.
Yeah, I enjoyed G1. If you get a chance, take a look at that. It was some dope matches on that card. I missed the first 2 matches. I didn't know they were going to start at 7:30 on the dot. But definitely some great matches to look at. Ibushi defeated Naito for the IWGP IC title. So that's that new lineage is going over. Okada defeated Jay White for the IWGP Heavyweight title. We're back to that storyline again. God won the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Nice.
And then they threw it against the wall. It's like, I don't need this piece of ish.
Oh, Mr. TV 14.
Also, your boy Enzo and Cass jumped the rail.
Yes.
At G1.
We didn't even talk about that, and also too, going back to WWE, how Bret Hart got attacked.
Yeah, definitely. I saw videos of that, and I seen how Scott Dawson gave him a good right one.
Top guys.
Even when you watch, I didn't watch it live because I was watching G1. When I went back to watch the Hall of Fame, they did a nice job editing it out because you didn't even realize that it happened. But that's crazy, and I think the fan is still in jail, right?
I have no idea, but apparently this was the same fan that had came out when when Seth was it was on an episode of Raw, and he came out while Seth was coming out. Yeah, it's the same exact person, which is crazy.
He keeps doing it.
Yeah, but and then the whole Enzo and Cass thing. I think everyone thought that he was going to AEW. But
I didn't. Well, on Thursday he said he retired when he was on stage with Wale. The Wale Mania. He said, "I retired," whatever the case may be. So everybody's like, "Okay, you gonna focus on your rap." And then for him and Cass to do that, you got mixed reviews. Not a lot of fans were for it. God wasn't for it because it was it kind of interrupted their celebration. They didn't know what was gonna happen, and they were like, "So you have Enzo and Cass attack the losers after we win? That's AOH storylines for you." Some people's not happy about it, but
yeah, I mean, and whatever. I'm not, whatever.
You're not touching that.
Whatever. Yeah.
Should I post up his freestyle from Wale Mania?
Listen, man, if you want, do what you got to do. I don't know.
The
people will enjoy it. Some people will enjoy it, right?
The reaction, though. Did you hear the reaction when it happened?
Yeah, I did hear the reaction. I didn't. I was we were kind of intoxicated at that time, I feel like. I didn't even know, exactly. I knew he was on there, and I knew the reaction he got because I thought he was just up there. I didn't know there was a freestyle.
Yeah, the first time he came up there just to come up there, and then the second time he came up there when Wale and everybody was on stage and knew they was on stage, and he came on stage, and they was like, "Do you have his music?" They was like, "Nah." He's like, "I'll do acapella," and he just started rapping along, and people just started booing. And
what did the people on stage what was their reaction?
Everybody was just talking to each other. It was.
It wasn't me.
I might have to post up this footage. I might have to.
As we have Blue up there.
I might have to post up the footage.
I know we were. No, I heard the booing. I heard definitely the booing because I thought it was just him. Well, maybe the first time actually, because he came on the second time. You said.
Yeah.
First time I knew they booed. Whatever. We were back, whatever, and then eventually we got onto the actual dance floor. So.
Yeah, the second time when he started freestyling for real, everybody was just boo, and it was it was not
culture vulture.
It wasn't a very good night for her, and he kind of got mad and he tried to clean it up at the end, and yeah,
whatever. Well, congrats to them, right? If they got the whole Ring of Honor thing going on, I don't know. So that's our show.
That's our show.
All right.
If you don't forget, if you want one of these cool merch, the 35 WrestleMania hoodie or the 35 jersey.
W35, what?
It's a 35 WrestleMania hoodie.
Yeah, but you said W first.
Nah, I didn't. And the 35 WrestleMania jersey.
You can't get this customized. You could only get it at the Superstore. So if you're not exclusive like me, sorry, but they do have jerseys on the shop. Where can they get it, Blue?
Go ahead, click the link in our bio at the Mixed Tag Show or in our personal at the Mixed. Or at a personal at Blue Magic Grind, spell how it sound, or at Miss Jenna Baby, BAYBE, in the back of her jersey.
Or you can head on over to a description on YouTube.
Yep.
The link will be provided. Shout out to Collar and Elbow.
Yep.
where wrestling passion meets street fashion. Do it. Try it. Our code is TMTS. So get you some non-WWE Shop merch as well.
Shout out to Jobbers Tears podcast with the Big Four that you did. Shout out to Wrestle Rap for letting us do the Wrestlemania red carpet.
Shout out to the WWE Shop.
WWE Shop.
Giving us early access and hooking us up with a lot of cool things. Definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate all that. And on that note, oh God.
Yeah. Wow.
I bid you adieu.
Oh, wow.
Goodbye. Mwah.
Wow.
And good night.
It's the Mix Tag Show.
Mix Tag Show.
With Jenna, and Blue.
Damn.